What's up, guys and gals? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys episode 3 of Record of Ragnarok, season 2. And this particular episode is entitled Birth of a Monster. Now, so far, I just want to say once again, 3 episodes in, and I like season 2. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know anybody who's really said much in the way of hating on it. Yeah, there's a little bit of CGI here and there in the fight, but it's good CGI. Like, I don't think people are going to complain it's bad CGI. So 3 episodes in, it's done to the barest minimal amount. I still believe it was crunch time, and it was easier for the animators, instead of doing what they did in season 1, which was an excessive use of stills and just slideshow-esque moving transitions. They just ran out of time or didn't have enough budget or pacing or whatever. That's when they used the CGI to sort of pinch hit for this, that, and the other thing. It sort of feels like that was the job here. Now, episode 3 got a few things to talk about. Number 1, Jack's backstory. Once again, probably the best backstory in all of Record of Ragnarok. As of round 8, as of the current manga, 70 odd chapters in, I think we're on chapter 74, 75, I would argue it is the best backstory of anybody, of gods, of humans, of whatever. I still think it's the best backstory. And the way they interpreted this, the way they did the color, also, young Jack, perfect voice actor in both Japanese and English. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. The English VA for Jack himself is just absolutely flawless. Definitely the best new addition to the cast, I would say. And I am definitely not minding Heracles' voice acting in English, but I think I prefer the Japanese one for that. I feel like there's a lot more boldness and a lot more emotion and thundering and got that grit. It seems still only one tone, sort of, not monotone necessarily, but it seems to be 1 to 2 tone emotions with Heracles' English VA, and that seems to be it. It's either it's either a 1 or a 2, and there's nothing else in between for as far as range yet, but we'll have to wait and see. There's still a couple more episodes of this fight for sure. So yeah, the OST, however, Heracles' OST, which I think is going to be his theme, has that very, it's got that rockish sound to it and stuff, and I didn't say much about it in the first couple episodes, which is where it was more prevalent, but it sounds pretty good. The London bridges falling down or broken down, whatever, has been nothing short of great. I find, at first, like, I can imagine some people were like, okay, it's alright, but like I was expecting it to be more like this, more like that, but now, as of this episode, there is multiple versions. I don't know if it's like a 4-minute track or whatever like that, with just multiple different versions within the same track, but you have the silent, just one string at a time with Jack singing it, then you have the choir version, then you have the child version, then you have these multiple different versions of London Bridges Falling Down with different instruments, or heavier on the instruments or lighter on the instruments in each version, right? So I definitely like that they have like alternate version. I swear there's got to be at least 3 versions of London Bridges Falling Down. I think that was the exact right choice to make. Instead of settling on just one OST, alright, London Bridges Falling Down, we're going to make this one, we're going to pick one avenue and go with it. Why? Why not just throughout the episode have, alright, this one's a little creepier, this one's a little more playful, this one's a little darker, this one's a little more bold and epic and choir, and this one's more silent and just the strings and the instrumental, is the key part. I definitely love that decision there. I think it's fantastic. So the OST has not been disappointing. The opening and ending, I like both. I still like the ending theme more, but the opening has certainly grown on me. I'm definitely enjoying that a lot. I'm going to have to find the full version of that song, really, to see how much I like it going forward. What else do I have? Of course, because this time I have my notes. Once again, I still have my notes, making sure, not missing out on anything, not forgetting anything. Let's see. The color animation. I really like the fact the way they show Jack's eyes being different colors and that kind of idea, but also when he goes into his color mode, I love the stylistic choice in the way they flow the animation, that it's not still. Like, it could have been so easy to just make an aura, but they're having the aura. It's very similar to how the manga depicted it, but now we get to see the particles sort of swirling and moving in these different ways, and the brighter Jack sees them, the more detailed the aura and particles become and stuff like that, and we get to see the different emotions and how one, it's like, it's just very light on the color and stuff like that, but when someone's really enraged, it's more and stuff like. So I'm definitely enjoying the color animation decisions with the particles and the aura and stuff like that. It just looks really good. One of the things that I didn't, that I sort of, once again, like Heracles' hair, you know, there's still some nitpicks about this season, and I still can't get over the choice for Heracles' hair. I don't know, was the animator, the guy in charge of Heracles' model design, was he just watching a little too much Dragon Ball Z, big Vegeta fan or something? He's like, I need more spiky hair, I need more Super Saiyan to add to Heracles' awesomeness. Heracles does not need any, like, he's already 11 out of 10. He's fine. You didn't need to try to help him, because I don't think it's much help. But yeah, he's got the Shonen Pro Tag hair. Somebody was watching a little too much Super Saiyan when they were designing that. But, and the only other thing that in this episode, so the arm is gone, right? I thought the sequence was done extremely well. I don't think we ever get to see what the Cretan Bull labor was going to do. The lion, of course, the first one, the lion attack, the lion labor was absolutely fantastically animated. Probably still the best shot. 3 episodes in, the best animated, no CGI. It was clean. It was awesome, that first labor attack. So I'm looking forward to some other stuff definitely going forward. Not just in this fight, but in round 5, which, once again, like in the first season with round 1, round 1 was okay, but usually people's least favorite round. As I watched the first season, and even though you can complain about the animation, I had found a new fondness and a new respect for round 1 as being a much better round, just due to the voice acting, due to the OST, due to the coloring. Sometimes you can get that improvement. I will say that the arm being gone, I thought it was handled mostly well. I wish they had done it a little slower. It was just the pacing. See, this is the problem when you translate things, and it's why people complain about the Shaman King reboot. Apparently people are complaining Trigun's been remade or something like that. I haven't seen that yet. But when you follow panel by panel of a manga and translate it to the screen, it sometimes it's too quick. It's too quick. You don't get the full impact because you're only lasting on that big double spread shocker white background moment. In manga, it's like, whoa, holy crap. In anime, it goes by like, boom, done. It's only 2 seconds. They don't sit on that screen for, a minute, right? So the impact needs to take longer. We need longer reactions. We need what? How? They really got to learn how to slow down that pacing, because I thought that the idea of slow motioning where the arm was coming in and it was like ting, 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 poof, and then gone was really cool, but I felt like they should have not kept the slow-mo of when the arm was chopped through, but then boom, we could have had way more filler. We could have had more filler in this, you know what I mean? We could have had a better reaction shot from Heracles. Actually, I think they cut out Heracles' reaction shot from the manga. We could have had longer shots of the gods. You could have filled it out with everyone saying, what the, or have a line or something like, what just happened? And Heracles, and just show the arm on the ground and then show just a slow panel up and stuff like that. You could have, I feel like you just could have added more to that scene, since it is such an impactful scene, and in the manga it works at that pace, but in the anime it seemed to go by too quickly for such a major, like, boom moment. Just like boom, boom, there, wallop, there goes the arm, done, and it was like, wow, okay, that was really cool. Wait, it's done, the episode's over. Like, it was like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. So that would be my one nitpick about this particular episode. As I said, my only other nitpick is Heracles' hair, but that's going to be throughout. That was my only problem, was it seemed that for such a big epic moment, it seemed to go by fairly quickly. But it's all made up for. It's all made up for a filler scene with Ares slamming his fists into the ground. And then, well, as he slams his fist, we see everyone boom, boom, boom as it goes. And a certain goddess with big bazoongas, shall we say, was boom, boom, boom. And I laughed out loud. I lolled, people. I lolled. And, yeah, that was absolutely hilarious. It sort of, I could make an argument that it's sort of taking the weight out of the scene, but the scene's already passed, and it's the reaction afterwards. And if nothing else, that was just hilarious, seeing the boobs just completely, like, as he's slamming his fist onto the ground. It made me laugh. I thought it didn't ruin the tension for me, because, as I said, I thought the pacing was a little too fast. So if we were going to fast-pace that reaction in that scene anyways, might as well add a little bit of comedic value to it. It was just funny. So yeah, and I've already talked about the OSTs. Everything else in the episode worked out just fine. As I said, Jack's backstory, best in the business. They didn't skip over anything. Actually, that scene seemed to work very well. I find the dialogue scenes, as far as translating over to anime, seemingly work quite well. It's when there's the big double spread reaction shots in anime, when they don't try to recreate the scene. And I don't mean change the scene, but when they get the big shot, they get the big moment, and they don't find a way to make it last longer, so we get the same amount of time it takes us to double page. Whoa, it's way too quick in an anime shot, right? Versus a manga shot. So because people take longer, they take their time, they look at the double spread and they're like, okay, wow, what the hell? Look at the art, look at the emotion. And you react to it, but things are already well gone in an anime episode. So, well past that point before you even register what exactly happened. So, yeah, other than that, episode 3 was just fine. Episode 4, I don't think the fight ends at episode 4. I don't think so. I think there's definitely, unless they really speed it up, I think there's plenty of content left for this to last all 5 episodes. Maybe not the entirety of episode 5, but yeah, I see this easily going into episode 5 for sure. So that's the review, guys, for episode 3. Hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, that's why I do the notes. I keep to the notes, and we're able to at least sort of streamline these episode reviews along without me going off on too many tangents and rambling and blah blah blah, and completely forgetting entire sections that I want to talk about. So the first time I watch the episode, I sit back, I enjoy, and then when I go through it, depending on which one I watch first, whether I watch the Japanese with subtitles or the English version first, I then switch over to the second one because I want to watch both. And as I told you guys in other reviews, I want to watch both. And then the second time, that's when I sit down with my notes and my manga, and I did some comparisons for episode 2, I believe, but in episode 3, I haven't reread the chapters. So there might have been stuff missing. I don't think there was. Nothing noteworthy that I can remember. So anyways, that was the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for episode 4, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how much are you guys enjoying so far this season? Are you enjoying the season thus far? How many of you have already binge watched it and finished it? No spoilers, please. If there's any big changes or any big moments that are different or really good episodes or something like that, I want to watch these as I release the reviews. So let's just assume, even if I am caught up, let's just assume that as the episodes come up, that's as far as I've gotten, okay? But I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes as much as I am. I think they're done just absolutely fine. Some are even great. As far as I'm concerned, episode 1 was really great as far as I'm concerned. So that being said, as I already talked about, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys back here next time for episode 4. Sayonara.